Hey guys, welcome to the Shack. This is episode 37.
You sure? We've done 37 of these.
Yeah, right, Mike? 37.
Yeah, this is
Or
part
36,
2.
part 2.
It feels like we just did 36.
I know.
It's weird.
For those of you tuning in on YouTube for the second time, yes, second time. This is our second, hopefully
Intentional. Second intentional.
Maybe.
second intentional YouTube video of the Shack going down.
And if it seems weird that we're all wearing the same thing,
Hey,
Just-
Crazy coincidence.
There's
We
been a
just-
week in between these.
we just made it happen.
Well,
We're
we had
that
part
good.
one,
Or
part
we had
two.
so much to say, we broke it up into 2 episodes.
That's right. We had to do 2 episodes.
No,
so
that doesn't
they
sound
weren't
right.
Yeah,
getting
it couldn't
overwhelmed.
have
No.
So, but we are on our Q&A part 2 from the Pout House question and answers. But before we get going, Mike, where can they find the podcast?
Anywhere they can find podcasts or the YouTube for viewing purposes.
Right on. We like that. And we're number 1 again in nowhere.
Portugal, Brazil.
Yeah.
Liechtenstein.
So don't forget to
Boy,
listen.
we'd be doing
If,
good
if
in
you are
Liechtenstein.
listening to the podcast and you like it, drop us a like, give us an Amazon review and stuff like that. But also tell your friends to tune in. We
We
No,
are on Amazon
no,
Music.
no.
That's not an incorrect statement.
Oh.
Because I looked to Mike for
What did you
verification.
think I was kidding?
Well,
Yeah, we did.
now to be fair, sometimes you say the wrong thing.
Pandora, Spotify.
Aren't we on those?
Check us out.
We're on both of those as well.
There you go.
Mike said we're everywhere, so that's everywhere to me.
There you have it.
Anyway, right, leave us a thing. At
A
the-
review
That's it.
on podcast, whatever podcast listening
If it's
device you
review
use, you can
compatible.
leave a review on there. You can send us feedback
Absolutely.
to Mike H
Share
at
us with your friends.
ltrightlives.com. You can post on our social medias,
good.
anything you want.
Subscribe to the YouTube.
You can always email Mike questions so we can do quick Q&As on the podcast. We love doing the Q&As. Q&As are fun. Get a lot of information. You
I'm
told
going
me
to
I
take
would
everyone's
laugh.
hats.
You said I
I
couldn't do
thought we
that.
were going to kill the flies for the next episode.
So did I. And you
That
guys
was
didn't know.
before.
You know,
Sorry.
the flies don't
It's
seem to
that
bother
time of
anyone
year.
but you two, so
No.
maybe you should switch
Because we're
shampoos.
closest to the door where they get in and out, I guess.
No.
Yeah. So we are on part 2 of the Q&A,
That's a
but okay, ready? I'm LT.
Scooter, hairy man on the inside.
Tyler.
Brian from Woods Monkey.
Mikey.
Yeah, Nick.
And Sam's back again.
2 days
Sammy's
in a
back.
row.
Wow.
Like a bad
2
penny.
episodes in a row.
Nice.
All right. So we finished up with a couple of Pout House questions in the last episode. What do we have this time?
They were all
Scott?
from basically 2 people.
Yep. We're getting to all the questions, all you Pout House
More
guys. Thank you very much
questions.
for sending the questions, and thank you for tuning in and watching the answers.
We should have specified, please just ask one.
No.
Maybe we
Okay.
should have just
Hey,
picked
We
one.
didn't know if we'd get any, so
I-
I'm happy.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, All right, the next question is from Darren11.
Hey, Darren.
I can't remember who answered first or who's. Who did
Uh,
the
Just
first
start
one?
Start Tyler.
Yeah, start with Tyler.
Tyler,
Tyler.
what is your favorite canned meat and why?
All right, we can keep this one quick. We have a lot more to get through.
Is
don't
there
we?
more than one canned meat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Many.
There it is.
I don't have one, honestly.
Brian.
Jeez, I mean, I want to pick.
Mike. Oh,
Wow. I don't know if we're counting this as a meat, but corned beef hash, like a Hormel's corned beef hash in a can.
Classic.
I mean, that's
Not a fan.
that fried up with an egg on it.
I would count that. I actually forgot about that because he is right. That is.
Michael?
Mike.
I prefer tubular meats over canned.
Sure. Sure. It's
So,
okay.
pepperoni.
There you go. There you go.
Now, see, I wasn't even thinking pepperoni because he said canned meat.
If you don't have an answer to the question, you got to make something up.
Fair enough.
Nicholas.
I have to go with the classic spam and tuna. Those are
Oh,
both
tuna.
equal favorites.
Fish meat. Oh,
Now, see, now they're like, oh, tuna does something.
Loves me some.
It's
You
meat
guys
and it's
would
in a
not be good
can.
on Jeopardy, that's for sure. Canned meat, Mike's bologna. No way, hot dogs.
They do make that, I think.
a cow counts as a can, right?
Alrighty.
Sammy.
Spam and eggs. Yep.
Chicken. Like chicken.
It's in Chicken of the Sea.
No, chicken in a can.
Just-
Which is the thing.
Buffalo chicken. It's chicken.
Specifically turned into buffalo chicken dip, but
Uh,
Okay. LT.
Deviled ham.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
With
Nice.
the paper wrapped around the can, you open the
Yeah.
paper, you
Yeah.
pop it, you
Yeah.
spread it on your bread, and you go, give me a slice of American cheese, pull it out of the plastic wrap. The cheese food processed something. That makes
spray
it
cheese.
very
You know,
unhealthy sandwich.
Yeah.
The
Cheese
food
food
that
bowl?
where your body, if it was a person, it would look at you and be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Who does not like that deviled ham in a can?
I don't know what it is. So.
Whoa!
Bad deviled ham.
No.
All right, so next
They're
podcast,
about that
it's gonna
big,
be
and there's wrapped
catered
in
with
We
white-
apparently
Devil
are having
ham.
a taste testing.
Seriously.
No.
So he has to watch Princess Bride eating deviled ham, drinking kombucha.
I don't even know what that is.
That's why you
No,
gotta have it.
No, kombucha's gross.
That's very
It will do
tasty.
wonders to the devil's ham in your belly.
Gross.
It's like iced tea.
It's slime in a can.
Oh,
no,
Or
no,
a cup.
no. In the big jar, it's very
It's
slimy.
gross. I don't. And I thought I would like it because I'm a tea person and I'm a whiskey
Yeah.
person. No.
We are loving this
Kombucha is
lemon cayenne.
nasty.
I don't understand. I mean, like in the big jar when you're making it and it's got the thing, it's slimy. But in the bottle when you're drinking it, yeah.
It's post nasal drip in a cup.
Don't sugarcoat it, Nick. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, and
I would like a jar of mucus, please.
we just lost our Liechtenstein listeners. They're big kombucha fans, so they're.
I know it's all the popularity right now, but nope.
Bad aftertaste.
Oh, jeez.
Burning,
Anyway, kombucha's good.
Yeah.
We apologize.
It
that
goes
you won't
delicious with your
understand any of
avocado
that
toast.
conversation.
I love
Probably
avocado.
not even pronouncing it correctly, right?
It's kombucha.
No, it's
Kombucha.
kombucha.
Like sriracha,
Sure.
sriracha.
Which
Sriracha?
you know there's a
No.
shortage of sriracha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
My house.
the recipe is open source, so you
I
can
have
make
a
it
whole
yourself.
bottle.
Yeah, that is the cool thing.
One bottle? That's it?
Yeah, but he's had it for 30 years.
Oh, jeez.
You
You
get
go through
that.
a bottle with one order of sushi.
You get that big bottle though.
It's
That
seasoned.
lasts a long time.
Yes, it is. I put it right beside my kombucha. And
You put it in your
anyway,
kombucha.
all
That
right,
would be
moving
extra.
on. I don't even know where we left off.
I'd like to answer the question.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, we're out of time.
We're not gonna
Canned meat and
I'd like
kombucha.
to. Michelle has a stash of canned salmon by Bumblebee, I think.
I've had
Okay,
it.
I have a story about
Once in a
this.
blue moon.
Quickie
steal
story.
one. But don't tell her. It's delicious.
She won't hear this.
I know what you're talking about, and you're right. It is good. You have a
So,
story about
evidently, yes. Someone forced me to watch this YouTube video, so now I have to share it with everyone
Uh-oh.
else. Evidently, for those of you that have seen canned salmon, you know that it comes in a can that is tapered. It is sort of cone shaped. Well, evidently, a lot of them are, I guess.
Okay, good.
Evidently, that is supposed to be the most efficient can shape in the world. Someone took the time to survey can shapes, and somehow that cone thing is the most efficient shape.
efficient for what?
Yeah, I
Mine's a
don't-
rectangle.
Capacity,
Well,
it
it's like-
holds
it's like a
actually
puck shape.
more somehow that way than
And you
regular.
can use it for
I
I don't
for
know.
oil
It's just
in
what the
your
guy on YouTube said.
Really?
Rounded edges. It's a
Oh.
rectangle.
I thought there came because I've seen it where it comes in like a tuna can shape, like a puck.
That's the crappy stuff. This is Bumblebee.
So this is like an
What are you
anchovy
talking
can.
about?
The salmon in a can.
He's talking about
What are
a
you
square
talking
can.
Salmon in a can.
See?
Is it like a sardine can?
No.
So y'all were unaware that they make salmon in different cans then? Is that what we're getting at
I
here?
don't understand the world's most efficient can.
That's just what the guy on
Nick,
YouTube said.
listen, Nick is YouTube
Episode
certified.
38 cans.
All right,
It's
so
an
you're
annoying fact that I was forced to listen to, so now I'm spreading.
Yeah, no,
that pain
so
to everyone
so
else.
thank you for.
Yeah.
So glad you passed that off.
Nick's email is nickcat.
Whatever.
All right, where are we at, Scott?
Canlover.com.
Canned salmon. I too like canned salmon in this conical can.
Not the cum.
Not the can. I don't know.
Does that have
Got
anything to do with the coincides?
Maybe.
What about the little pouches?
Pouches were stupid.
Don't- wow. Okay.
Brian, you up for the next question?
I am absolutely
are
not.
we sure we're done with what just happened?
Tyler, did you do the canned ham?
I did.
Oh,
I don't.
Sorry. No, he did.
No, I did. I
Oh,
said
you
I
said
did.
he did.
He didn't have one, remember?
I didn't have a
Doesn't
favorite
He
one.
didn't have one.
That's
Do
right.
He
you
rises
now?
above the canning of ham.
Yeah, I
do
mean,
you
and you
now?
were in the army.
Canned
I would
meat.
think they'd had all
Oh
sorts
no,
of
I
meat.
like
in
them.
why
I
he
just don't
doesn't
have a
like
favorite
All right,
one.
people, that's enough. Let's move on, please.
It's a struggle.
Next question.
Oh.
Honey Bear.
Hey!
Hey, Honey Bear.
Happens to be Darren Eleven's wife.
Right on.
And is awesome.
Yep. Brian,
Scott?
handed down secret recipe from your family. That will no longer be a secret.
No, you're not getting the recipe. You'll know what it is, but that's it.
Yeah, I don't know that I have a secret recipe, although my mother-in-law had a bakery for many, many years, Gail's Lady Locks. And apparently there's a secret, and I know what it is, but I can't share it, although I don't know if I'm supposed to know what it is. There's a secret element that goes into her Lady Locks that didn't go into anybody else's Lady Locks. So
Is it love, Brian?
it's love.
Methamphetamines.
And it's a ton of Amish butter, but
Like a legitimate ton, or
yeah, just about. But there is a secret element in there that will go to the grave. So, but yeah, my side of the family didn't have too many secret recipes.
In an ultimate twist of fate, you should put the recipe on her tombstone.
Michael.
Well, on my side of the family, it would probably be my mother's spaghetti sauce recipe. Each one of the children had a day where they had to spend with my mother to learn how to make the spaghetti sauce from scratch.
Excellent.
And then on Laura's side of the family is probably their family's broccoli casserole that they make for every special occasion. That I have since modified and made better.
wow.
And now
Yikes.
I'm the
Alrighty
keeper
then.
of the recipe now. I have to make it for every special occasion.
Nicholas.
My mother's pumpkin pie.
What is the secret?
No.
Nay, nay.
It's a ton of Amish butter.
No, definitely no.
Same as the broccoli.
You know the guy who doesn't work here anymore? Nick told him the recipe and then killed him.
Oh,
No, but it is delicious.
So when are we getting some pie?
Never.
I'll think about that.
Sammy?
I'll see what I can do.
I would have to ask somebody because I have no idea. Circle back to me some other time.
Scottle popcorn?
Same as that. I would have to say my Aunt Mert's bread and butter pickles was one of the
Pickle
recipes.
recipes can be, that's a thing.
That
That
was
can
one
get
of
Is that like
intense.
I
moonshine?
believe Elaine has
Yeah.
that, and it was fantastic. Just really, really, really good.
Did it
If
involve
we're going
growing
with
your
secret
own
stuff.
cucumbers?
I don't believe it did. I'm not saying it didn't, but I don't remember.
I have heard that though, where people that make pickles, they can get very protective / competitive of their recipes.
Chili's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right on.
Okay. My
Kombucha
mom
probably too.
collected cookbooks. Worked in restaurants for years. So is there just one? No, there's probably 100. And they're written down in some books somewhere. I have some favorite dishes, and I don't know how to make them, but I know they're written down somewhere. So, Mom was great at making soup. Any kind of soup she'd chuck in. You'd think this is going to be really not good, and it was delicious. Brujol. Mom made her own form of brujol. That was fantastic. Usually that was my birthday meal. I put that request in.
Do you know what it is?
No.
I thought it was one of us are going to
Oh,
have to ask.
It's
Oh, hey Scott, what is that?
I don't know either. I'm sorry.
Well, I think the traditional Italian brujol, Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, it is like a very thin rolled steak stuffed with, I can't remember what, a lot of sauce involved.
Isn't it like cheese and spinach and...
It's a rolled meat roll-aid that has been stuffed with breadcrumbs, cheese, pine nuts, and herbs.
Okay, that's not what Mom did.
No, but that's
But
the
I've had
traditional
that.
recipe.
That's very good also. Mom would just cut the steak very thin and small, mix it in with the spaghetti and her sauce, and it was delish.
Mm.
That's it.
So now you know, Sam.
I have no idea.
It looks like that.
There you go. Looks
Okay.
like that. All right. Next.
No,
Next. Oh, I'm sorry. Tyler. Tell me the
Uh,
recipe.
My grandma's beef stew.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really
Secret
hungry now.
ingredient?
Oh, the whole thing.
Beef.
Secrets.
We have pizza.
I
and
may have
donuts.
come up with something.
Uh-oh. Back
Uh-oh.
to Sam.
Yeah, you had your chance. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, give him a chance.
The friendship bread.
Oh yeah.
You've
I don't
gained
know-
many a friend via
I
the
don't
friendship
know
bread.
where it came from. I think my dad's mother. I could be wrong. It may be farther back than that, but it's the only thing I can think of at this time.
And the secret ingredient was?
I have no idea.
Amish butter.
You're supposed to say
A
Amish
ton
butter.
of
Ton of
almond
Amish
butter.
butter.
Love.
No,
And love.
no.
And love. Don't forget about the love.
And love.
Okay. Now, the next question.
You
This is
remember we're
from-
videotaping this, right?
They
This is
can't see
from-
me eating.
This is from Romans 10, verse 9. The thinking behind the four on the floor versus just offering these models on the red wall. Also, the future outlook of the red wall moving forward.
I don't know if this is a group question.
I think it's
No.
The red wall is no longer red.
Yeah,
Okay.
you want to take it, LP?
Uh-huh.
As soon as you get it.
You're gonna multitask.
Pizza.
Multitask.
I am.
Square pizza.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, your answer is.
Hey. But if a donut appears, I'd probably eat that.
Does that mean that I only get the one piece?
Yes.
Okay.
Specifically the
First
chocolate
question.
one.
Ready, go.
The thinking behind the four on the floor
Hmm.
versus just offering these models on the red wall.
Okay, well, first of all, the red wall.
What is the four on the floor?
Well, let's start with what is the red
What
wall?
is the red wall?
The red wall is our stock knives, for the most part,
Stock blanks.
stock blanks
Mhm.
that they can customize. And we'll get back into that and go over that a little bit later.
Okay.
The four on the floor is we frequently get asked about doing custom stuff.
We do.
Well, we can't really do custom stuff. But being a member of the Pout House, we want to make some special offerings from time to time. So you have to work with me on that. Was it me, you, and Mikey? Me and you?
The four on the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so-
we got a request in from
And we sat down and we said, hey, we need to quit saying no.
Yes.
Because we didn't want to say no to start with, but we didn't know what to do. So that's kind of where the four on the floor came from. So we said, okay, let's do 4 of these a year. So the name four on the floor came from the idea of doing
4 jobs
4 jobs
out
a
on
year.
the shop floor,
So once a quarter.
and we're gearheads.
And
Four
we
on the
just
floor.
thought 4 on the floor.
Right.
On the floor of the shop, we got 4 things going through a year, and it was a special thing. Let the Pout House decide what we build.
Exactly.
So you set up. Now, naturally, we can't put up 100 knives to choose from. So we can't do that.
Yeah.
So people have said, hey, let's do a
Ulu.
Guarded Maverick Scout,
Brian, you can tell
Mountain
them.
Raider,
Yeah. Go
you know, the Scatty Crafter project. So we put them up, and we kind of picked 2 or 3 of them, and
Yeah.
then put them out there to be voted on, and then we build that one that gets the most votes.
All but the first one. That we just picked it.
Yeah, I think we picked that one. Then we
Just to
decided
kind
do
of
that.
see how the program would even go. And we happened to pick
Right.
the Scatty Crafter.
And we had a great response.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful
I think
response.
guys and girls enjoyed building
Yeah.
them. We enjoyed making them.
Yeah, that was a whole bunch
Pretty
of fun.
successful.
Absolutely.
That
So
went well.
the 4 on the floor, we feel we're on our second one right now. Matter of fact, the steel just got here,
Last week. Yes.
so we will be rocking and rolling on.
There you go,
Yeah,
Mil-Spec.
the mini tricker. So they're
Mini
coming.
truck.
The Mil-Spec mini tricker project. Yeah. That's coming to fruition really quick. So are we going to keep doing it? Yes, absolutely, because the interest is there. It's fun. It's fun for us too. I like to go in there and see who's voting for what. The one thing that the Pout House has to relax about is they just have to relax. We're
Yeah.
going to build 4 of these a year.
Mhm.
Maybe it's not the one you chose, but keep putting it in there, get the votes, and we will put it in the queue.
Mhm.
Would you agree? Now, why don't
Oh,
you
yeah.
talk a little bit about 4 on the floor? Why?
Well, the question of the thinking behind it, that we just answered that.
Okay.
And the red wall is, as LT said, these are stock blanks that were, at the time we came up with this, extras that just weren't allotted to any build or dealer, and they were happened to be on a red piece of pegboard. So we
To indicate that they were already heat treated. That's why it was red.
right
Yeah. We have some weird things while we did stuff.
But
But
we'd
it works.
also let the Pout House guys pick, let's just say, bushcrafter that was already heat treated and ready to build on the wall, and then they could send an email and say, "Can I have one built with desert roundwood scales and orange liners and mosaic bins?" Sure. So it became a red wall build. And for sure, we will continue to do red walls. I don't know if we advertise it a ton. We do. Whenever there's a change to what blanks are on the red wall at any given time, I put the changes up, or just the fact that there is a change, and you may discover it all on your own. See if it's a model you want built. And there's variety. We now have a forum, and there's a variety of drop-down menus of different scales and liners and finishes, and hey, do you want Kydex on there? All different kind of stuff, so you can build it as you go and submit your
There are a lot of options.
semi-custom build. Oh, tons of options.
Now the 4 on the floor has more exclusive picks than
Yeah.
the red wall program.
Mm-hmm. Bless you.
Excuse me.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm
Do you
good.
need some pizza to wash that down with?
No.
But the red wall will continue. That's for sure.
So the girls periodically change the red wall every 30 days or something, right? They
Yeah.
look and see what we have a lot of.
Well,
They adjust
tell
as
Mike-
stock changes.
Mike changes, and then I tell the Pout House we have changed some stuff, and then they go see what they. At any given time, it's 3 different blanks typically, and then your drop-down menus for scale choice and finish choice and whatnot.
So there's a lot to choose to get a custom knife
Oh
for sure.
heck yeah! Oh yeah.
But the 4 on the floor started out really fast, and we've only got 2 in. But what a great program! What a
Yeah.
great way to interact with the Pout House members and for them to get custom stuff. So that's very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we covered that.
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks for the question.
Next question. Leather Buffalo asks Nick.
Yo, what up?
Excuse me. What technique do you use to lay out file work on the spine? Your file work is always top notch, and inquiring minds want to know.
Well, thank you. I'm very glad to hear that you're happy with that. As far as laying out the file work, typically we only do the one pattern right now. So the standard offering is Vine file work, but we can do a whole bunch of other ones. As far as I know, we're the only people that I've ever seen do file work the way that we do, which is on our 2x72 grinders that we grind the knives on and finish them on, and it's after heat treat. Everybody else I've ever seen do that, they do it before heat treat and typically with files. So,
Which is how we used to do it.
and we
Correct.
still can.
Yeah.
Certain patterns you have to do it that way. There's just not a lot of ways around that. But for snake, vine, dog bone, for those of you that have seen the Halloween knives so far, you see the Godzilla pattern out toward the tips of the knives.
Zero
Um,
keeping.
Yes. Those all are done on our regular 2x72 grinders. So the layout is a little bit different for each one. For the vine pattern, I use just my regular metric ruler, and it's every centimeter. It gets a mark, and there's a scoop and then a hook. So you just repeat that until you're at the end of the grind line, and that's it.
Easier said than
I
done.
know it sounds simple.
Next question. You have to see him do it first.
Once you get the
And-
motion down, it's not anything anybody couldn't do.
So do you put a piece of tape on it, or you just mark the steel?
No, I just mark the steel.
Yeah.
I don't. To be honest, I've done it enough times anymore where I almost don't need to mark the steel. I just know the spacing off by heart. So, but yeah,
Dig it. Nick is being a little modest here. As I said before that, LT and I, he taught me a little bit how to do it. It had to be done before the blank was heat treated, because you obviously cannot take just a plain old file and
Right.
file on a hardened blank. That's not going to work real good. So number one, we couldn't do it after the fact of the knife being built.
Now we could do snake. We always were able to do snake, but we didn't do the vine or dog bones.
Yeah, and Nick
Yeah.
kind of came up with doing it on a hardened blank on the machine. Once you have the machine running the belt, you can do almost anything. It doesn't matter what the steel is.
Right.
So Nick invented that.
You're making me blush.
Yeah, it worked good. It works fantastic. And it
Yes,
looks
and,
good.
and you can do it on a. You have a knife that's finished. You go, well,
Yeah.
And the guy goes,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'd like to have
that's
firework."
pretty cool.
Give us a
We do that.
call. I'm happy to do it.
Send it in. We can do it on a finished knife.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Okay, next question. Mil spec. Speaking of the
Oh,
mini truck.
okay. Hey, Millspec.
Nice. Don't.
Number one.
You okay?
When's my mini trucker going to be done?
When are my knives? The start to finish process of making an LT Wright knife. We could zip through that one.
Just watch the video on knife making on YouTube.
Or come to a class.
Didn't we do a podcast on that too?
Yes, we did.
Number
Oh, there
two,
you
the
go.
time frame from ordering the steel to the final product.
Okay, the time frame from ordering the steel to the front. Let's say if it's just going to automatically go in the queue, because it depends on the steel. Like if I called today, just because I called yesterday, so I know they have A2 in stock, I can have steel moving tomorrow. If I call for CPM 3V, there is a chance it's a 10-week wait.
Oh boy.
If the AEBL supplier that we use didn't get a shipment, it could be 2 months. It could be
At
3
least.
months.
What
You
about
know,
Magna
there's
Cut LT?
sometimes. That's why sometimes.
Remember the one time we tried to order AEBL and they said that they weren't getting another shipment until next year?
Yeah, I mean it was a long time out. That's why we keep that stock in the lower garage now.
Yeah.
Is for things like that. So it's hard to put a time frame on that because we send the steel directly to our water jet, and then our water jet, there's a time frame involved there. It could be a
Yeah.
week. It could be.
Well,
30
all right,
days.
let's just play devil's advocate. The steel is in stock. You order the steel, it goes to Waterjet. How long before you see the steel from Waterjet?
From water jet, probably 30 days. I would say on an average turnaround, because they wait until they get X number of orders before they bring it over.
Right.
So, but we're always working on stuff so far ahead, though, it just drops in the queue. And that's one of the reasons the 4 on the floor is a cycle of 90 days. So that within that 90 days, we will get, like those knives are in-house now, probably grind them when? Next week,
Yeah,
week
next
after,
week.
Nick will be heat treating the week after that, they're gonna be getting built, week after that, they're gonna start going out the door.
Mm-hmm. You hear
So,
that? Mil spec?
yeah, you're looking at after we get
If
the
we
steel
do anything
in-house
else.
and depending on where it fits in the project queue,
Yeah.
if we're working on it immediately, 30 days. You know, after the
Give or
steel's
take.
here, because we
Right.
can't control it until we have our hands on it. Once we get our hands on it, then we can control the time. We can speed it up or slow it down most of the time. You know, there is a sense of urgency on some things that have to happen. I wish I could tell you like a 100-piece project is a 90-day turnaround, and if we get everything falls in place and we have no glitches, I'm sure it can happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah,
Good
I
on
hope that wasn't confusing, because I do want to answer his question properly, but some
That
of them are a little
sounded
bit
good.
hard to do.
The beginning, the first part, start to finish process of making an LT Wright knife.
Who
Number
would
one.
like to field that?
Let's just go around the table. Go and get a hardened blank off the red wall. Next. Tyler, finish right.
So wait a minute, what about when the water jet piece got here? You
Boy,
gotta start at the
again, I
beginning.
think we've really gone over this in a whole episode. Maybe it might
Well,
be
it says
better to
making
just
a knife,
reference.
so.
I mean, if we're talking about from start to finish, like, you know, are we talking start with a blank piece of steel, like
Okay,
just
so
a billet?
when it gets here from water jet, who takes it first?
I do.
Okay, what do you got?
Drill holes in it.
Who's next?
Then it's on to me for tailing, profiling, scribing, stamping, 120ing, and grinding.
Then it's on to me for heat treating.
Then it's
Hold on.
back.
Oh,
All right. No,
Then
that's,
it's-
we're going through the whole process.
Then it's back to Tyler, LT, and I if it's a Scandi for sharpening, or Nick and Scott if it's a flat or saber to grind in Scotch
Okay,
Brite.
so if we are grinding a Scandi, it goes to Tyler first. He will put the 60 grit on it. It drops to me. I drop the 120 on it. Goes to Sam 320. He usually yells for Tyler to polish it. Comes up front. We check it. Hand it back off to Mike.
Then it's getting...
Gets taped up, gets laid out with the scale material that's supposed to go on it. Those are various number of people that will drill the holes through the material.
That's whoever's available.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will get cut out to a rough shape of the handle shape. They will front the knife, and that's usually Nick or Tyler or myself. It will then get glued up, which is Tyler and myself.
Right. Then it gets Scotch-Brite. First it gets Scotch-Brited, then drill hole,
Right.
then glued up.
Yes.
Okay.
Then it dries for 24 hours. Then it goes on to the squaring people.
Bolts get cut off first thing in the morning and handed off to the squares, who
I
are
think that's me right now.
Sammy right now.
So I square it and give it back to El Tate.
And then it depends on where Mike is. One of the two of us will route and strap and then rough. Then it gets handed back to Sammy for wheel work.
Work
Yeah.
and strapping.
And
And
strapping.
to
Then it
Nick
goes
or
to
Tyler.
Nick or Tyler for finishing. Then to Logan for pre-clean. Then to Scott for sharpening. And then back to Logan for final clean.
And then to the girls, and it's all
And then
out
to
of
the
our
girls.
hair.
For some QC.
Now, again, any one of us could have, like Scott will square sometimes. Scott will finish sometimes. I will front sometimes. I will drill hole sometimes. Depends on who's available on some of the things.
Correct.
So, but that's
That's
the
it in a
process.
nutshell,
Yeah.
basically.
I hope that answered your question, bud.
Yep. Okay, who's next for the first? Brian, you next?
He is now.
I think
Sure.
you are.
Yes.
This next question is also from Darren11. It just says Mothman stories.
I don't have any Mothman stories.
Mike,
I also don't have any Mothman stories, as I'm not from West
Nick.
Virginia.
Nor do I have any Mothman
Sammy?
stories.
I don't as well.
Tommy Gunn,
Nothing from me.
nor myself. Tyler,
Nope. No Mothman.
next question.
Wait. Watch this. You ready?
Yeah.
Logan.
No.
Okay.
You want to check with Amy Lane just to be sure?
Yeah, we got nothing on the Mothman. Sorry.
All right.
Now the Flatwoods monster, if you'd asked me that, I got a
Or the Loveland Frog.
Next question.
Biograss
Now,
man.
There are a bunch. This Pout House member asked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 questions.
Okay, so
You
it
want
sounds
me-
like
you want me to just pick one?
sounds like
Who
time
is it?
for a fire round.
This is a newer member, and whenever he says I'm in on like a Halloween knife, I do not write this whole handle out. I just write AO.
Oh, it's AO.
How about if
Fine.
everyone gets a question, but they have to answer it in like 30 seconds or less?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I believe you pronounce this Aletheus Autogos 5040. Got me on that one.
Yeah.
All right, so
AO.
Michael,
Yes.
ready?
Mike's up.
What is your ideal vacation? What is a dream vacation that you have not done but want to do? Go.
Mountains is my ideal vacation. Far away from people. Dream vacation that I absolutely want to do is go to Iceland and drive Land Rovers on a glacier.
Nick?
Uh,
No,
No, different
oh,
question.
okay, gotcha.
What is something on your wish list, i.e., something you want to buy but haven't yet, and why haven't you bought it?
Boy.
I know the second part.
Money.
You want me
Yeah.
to take this question for you? Because I got mine loaded.
Sure, go ahead.
79 Series Toyota Land Cruiser, and because I can't get them in this country.
Oh,
There you go. See, Sam had a better answer anyway.
Nick,
Go ahead. I'll take it.
Next
Yep.
question, Nick. What is your favorite store to shop at?
Oh.
Goodwill.
Hardware store. Ace Hardware.
LT. What is your
Oh,
favorite?
like rapid fire. I'm scared.
yeah.
Do it.
You should be.
Go!
What is your favorite thing to do on your time off?
Ooh.
Spend time
30
with my
seconds.
Okay.
wife. Spend time with my wife.
I got this. Spend time with my wife. No, I really do. Elaine and I have a lot of fun together, and that is the truthful answer. I like hanging out with Elaine in my off time. Truly do.
Excellent. I did not pre-read mine. My question is, if you had to teach a class on one thing, what would you teach? Off-road driving and recovery gear. Using my language, of course.
And he's taught that class many
Yeah, a
times.
little bit.
Just not with his Land Rover.
All right, leave him be.
I'm just being serious.
Tyler,
Yep.
if you could have your own TV show, what would it be about?
Could I answer this one for him?
No.
It'd probably be about fishing. Honestly, I'd probably have my own fishing show.
Thank you, Babe Winkleman.
And what would the name of the show be?
Bill Dance Outdoors. Because that's the best fishing show.
Starring Tyler.
Right. Only if you have a blooper reel. Okay, Brian, you ready?
No.
What would you like to be known/remembered for?
The silverback.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
Starting Woods Monkey.
Could I go with my favorite food or whatever? Yeah, gosh, that's a good question.
Broccoli?
All right,
I don't
leave
know.
him alone for a second.
Don't waste his 30 seconds. He needs that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, so before doing Woods Monkey,
This
I was
not
in,
like a 30-second answer.
it's not going to be a 30-second. Before doing Woods Monkey, I was in banking, and I mean, it's nice and you help people, but I didn't really have any sort of legacy from that. So now I do. I have like cool products that people like and are buying, and I see them giving them to people, and for gifts for Christmas or the kids or graduation or whatever, or somebody gave one to somebody for the Eagle Scout I saw in the Pout House. So to me, that's kind of cool, and that'll hopefully live on after I do.
Well, and us. You have us.
Well,
You didn't have us when you were a banker.
no, that's true.
eh?
See. Michael,
Yes, sir.
what are your 3 most useful items in your closet?
Careful.
Now wait, wait. Michael.
I have a handgun,
Okay.
an axe,
Alex, keep an eye.
Here's Johnny. All right.
and I have a tool roll. Full of tools. My camping stuff's in my closet, people.
All right.
So when people go missing in his
Next.
neighborhood,
Nicholas,
Yeah, okay.
besides LT Wright knives, what is your favorite brand of all time and why?
Spider Co. It was my first high-end folding knife company, and I still love them.
Sammy, if you were stuck on an island and could only take 3 items with you, what 3 items would they be and why?
Handgun, an axe, and a tool roll.
Breaking the mics off for us, we'll get on about it.
You need a closet to keep them in, though.
Not your Tundra. Wow.
you on his island with a closet. What were the 3 items?
Can I take like a private jet? Or,
Sure, buddy.
I'm taking a private jet,
Okay.
a chef, and a fully stocked kitchen.
LT,
Yeah.
what do you, Leonard Thomas, geek out on
Uh-oh.
or
Oh,
nerd
jeez.
out about knife and non-knife related?
This is not going to be 30 seconds.
Jeez.
I can answer this one for you, but go ahead.
Okay. Knife related.
Not
Not.
knife or non-knife related.
What you want? One
Sorry,
of each?
knife and
And knife, okay.
non-knife. Sorry.
Knife wise, I totally geek out when we come up with something new, and we go around the table in our round table fashion, and we start with this little tiny thing, and it becomes this really cool thing. And we've done that many times. The latest one being the carver or the banana peel. We were sitting here one night talking about keychains and ended up creating a banana peel out of it. It was
Cool.
things like that.
Non-knife.
How many of the knives did we sit around the table?
Oh,
This table.
This table, yeah, right.
This table right here.
Most of them.
And I geeked out about that. I was like, oh, it's so cool. The world is going to go nuts over this. And they did, and we loved it. So,
GMS was a big one.
yeah.
Okay,
Go no show.
non-knife.
Oh, well, I geek out on a lot of things, but I like hot rods and muscle cars a lot. A
I
lot.
thought you were gonna go guitars.
Yeah,
I thought
Get a lot.
I
And
thought
then
guitar.
guns after
Well,
that.
wait
I'm
a
like,
minute. I had
You
to
watch
go-
podcasts about wah-wah pedals.
all right.
I know.
Here's the spoiler alert.
The
folks.
answer is guitars.
LT is a little bit of a nerd.
I like guns.
A little
I
bit
like
of a lot of
guitars,
things.
I like hot rods and cars. But I mean,
Flashlights.
again, when we went just today, I was watching hot rod videos earlier.
I can
Now, if you had
attest-
asked me this last week, I would have probably said guitars because I got some really cool guitars and I geek out on guitar stuff. Yes. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Last question in this group of questions. I'll take it. What are your hobbies, and why are they hobbies?
Oh no!
That's got to
Wiki
be.
story.
Just everyone, go ahead and kick your
What are
chairs
your
back.
hobbies? Well, the main one's probably playing with my Land Rover. What else? Why is it a hobby? Because a good friend of mine a long time ago said, and only broke this rule once, never make your hobby your job. You'll end up hating it. And I said, okay, I just got a job at a knife shop. Now that has worked out okay, but otherwise, that's why it's a hobby, because it's a fun thing to do away from the knife shop. Although sometimes I play with the Land Rover with my knife buddies, so it all works out. Okay.
Now, we could have really spent 2 or 3 episodes on that round of
Oh,
questions
sure.
Yeah.
easily. Because I had an answer for every one of their questions, too.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question, also from Darren 11. He's good with the question.
I'm
Who's
gonna say
next?
Dick
Mike?
Sure.
Okay. What is something that you wish you could do if you had more time and money?
Work on my Land Rover.
Nicholas.
Fishing in particular. I'd like to get back and have more time on the water.
Which kind of fishing?
Any kind of fishing. I'm happy fly fishing or stream fishing or lake fishing.
We're gonna be on Tyler's fishing show.
Maybe. Or maybe I'll make a guest appearance.
Sammy.
Travel the country and see everything I can possibly see
LT.
More time and more money?
Yes.
at the same time.
Oh, at the same
Yeah.
time? Definitely would go take Elaine places and do some stuff. Yeah, we had a goal. We were going to just like fly places for the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and that was pre-pandemic, and then pandemic, and now it's different. But
Not
Yeah,
to
we
drive
would-
places for the weekend.
yeah, now we just drive places for the weekend. But yeah, I think that would be probably it.
Okay. Mine would be have a little bit more comfortable Land Rover. So that Michelle would, not that she doesn't do this because she's a trooper and she does. I want to get in the Land Rover and I will drive around and take her to places. She's done really never been west of the Mississippi, so that is a plan. I'd love to show her the Grand Canyon one day, or touring the western states.
You mean I've been to the Grand Canyon with you more than Michelle has?
Yes,
Yes.
please. Twice.
Weird.
Well, we was that one time. That was cool. Tyler, more time and money.
I'd like to go travel the world, see what's going on abroad. I'd like to go back to Ireland, spend a little bit more time in there than just a couple days.
I too would like to do that. So wait, let me ask you a quick side question. Have you drank a Guinness in Ireland?
Yes.
His whole couple days was in a bar.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Oh, good.
I was in
Good
Dublin
lad,
for a
good
while.
lad.
Yeah.
Brian.
More time and money, I'd probably hit all 50 states.
I've done that.
Oh.
Have you really? Oh,
I was a truck driver.
yeah,
You went to
did all
Hawaii?
You
More
drove
than
to
once. Oh,
you
yeah.
drove to
And
Hawaii?
British Columbia.
How'd you
Oh, I'm
get?
sorry, not Hawaii. Okay.
Whoa!
All right. Sorry.
All right.
What do you think I
That
was
simmer
thinking?
simmer down.
That one pontoon thing that just didn't work out. Michael,
Yes, sir.
we
Yes.
started with you.
We
okay?
started
Yes,
with
sir.
Mike.
Next question, Michael the priest.
Oh, good.
With all of the
Yeah.
with all the operations involved that it takes to make a knife, what are everyone's top 5 favorite operations or steps in the process and why? From idea to the delivery box. And a sub question: will we see any more collaboration builds in the future, like an out the front banana peel?
Absolutely.
Wow. An
Banana
OTF banana peel. That would be a thing.
I mean, I think the curve might be a challenge to get the.
Look at Logan. He's like drooling over there.
Okay, top 5.
Okay, top 5. So I too love the idea phase that LT was talking about earlier when we're drawing things up and talking things out. I really enjoy that. And then the heat treating part, I absolutely love that. And I like finishing. I don't really care too much for grinding overall.
That hurt a little.
That's why you're my buddy. I hate Kydex.
Oh, jeez, twice in a row.
I love sharpening, and I think that's 4. That's
Guarded
it.
knives. Building guarded knives.
No, definitely not. I think I'll call it at 4. Go ahead, Sam.
Sammy?
drawing the knives on the CAD software. I really enjoy that. Unlike Nick, I do like the grinding part, and I really enjoy making kydex. So there's 3.
Close
I'm
enough.
not a fan of finishing,
Okay.
and not a fan of sharpening much either.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you don't have to have
LT.
5.
Yeah, it's it's
You didn't.
Uh,
you did. Kydex wasn't.
Oh,
Was
yeah,
it part of
three.
it? Okay, I
Drawing,
got you.
grinding,
Gotcha.
kydex.
Yeah. Absolutely love the idea side of it, like bringing the thought to paper. That excites me quite a bit. Not necessarily in the knife side of the making of the knife, but the coming together of like the 4 on the floor, or any of the special projects, or when we first started doing Christmas vaults and we didn't, before we had a Christmas vault and we came up, that kind of stuff really excites me. The old monthly specials, coming up with that and getting it up and running. I like to get those things up off the ground and then like hand them into the room and let them run with it. I like to get in that. So that is a very big part of it for me. I do like grinding scandies a lot. It's just something I enjoy doing. It sometimes can be mundane, but nothing compares to putting an edge on something like that. It just, that's super exciting to me. I don't mind squaring. I love roughing. I feel like roughing is an important part of the knife because you got to get the shape and everything right. So I feel like I really excel at that. I like finishing a lot. Sharpening's not my favorite thing. I'll do it, and I like doing all our kitchen knives at home. I enjoy doing those, but I don't enjoy setting up and sharpening a bunch of things. And I know you do, and it works out good because we each have our own thing. He doesn't like to grind, he does. So he doesn't like to finish, he does. That's why we have our.
That's why we make such a great team.
I know,
That's why we have
buddy.
our special
Little
niches
buddy.
here and there, I
was
am
beautiful.
not the guy who should glue. I can tell you that. If you don't believe me, look at my apron.
We've heard that for years.
Yeah. I'm not, but not Mike and Tyler like it, so they. But I think that's where it is. My biggest fun part is the concept of the idea and the creation of whatever it is that we're going to be working on. Knife, or thing, or even starting a woods monkey. All of that is exciting to me. Get those ideas up off the ground.
Good deal. Mine would be maybe not knife thing per se. I enjoy the heck out of running the Pout House and interacting with all those guys and trying to do some fun stuff for them. Number 2 would be building some themed knives, getting to be putting all the pieces together, doing the racing stripes and the bolsters, fun stuff like that. And then seeing that kind of come to fruition, like the Halloween knives that Nick now helps me a good bit with because he's quite handy behind the grinder. I don't like grinding too much. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm not a big fan of that either.
Good thing me and Tyler are here.
And I think, as y'all know, the most fun would probably be getting a coffee pot going, turning on the earbuds, and sharpening 300 knives.
So again, that's your thing.
No
Yeah.
problem.
I know some people are like, man, are you really like? Yeah, I get it. It's just like the same thing. I put my earbuds on and sit there and grind scandies all day, and
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Well, there's definitely
I'm happy.
a rhythm to it. It's
Yeah.
just, I don't know. There's something about the way it wears on the body that starts to get to me after a while.
Well, sure, it's nice to step away, but I mean, once you
Yeah.
get in your groove,
Oh yeah.
it's nice to be.
No,
in there.
that part I do like.
Agreed. Totally understand what you're saying about that.
Tyler?
I hope Tyler says grinding, or I'm gonna feel real bad.
Really? Because he's finishing for me. So.
I said grinding.
Okay.
I know, but
Well, first, this is gonna sound like a cop-out answer, but I was thinking about it. I couldn't really pick.
I don't have a fake.
I like to do it all.
Equally.
No, we're making you pick one.
All right. Well, if I absolutely had to pick one, because I do enjoy all of it, I'd have to say grinding and building
Aw.
and finishing would be my.
He just said everything.
I'm not gonna pick one, so I'm gonna pick them all.
Yeah.
I just put them all on one.
Well, I mean, the whole process is. I just enjoy it all. So.
Brian?
I don't have
right.
I don't have that much involvement, but I do enjoy the coming up with the new products, and I mean, not even doing them on CAD software, but like literally like on an old school piece of graph paper, like with a pencil drawing stuff out and figuring out what we're gonna do. I do like the interaction. I was a Pout House guy, and I underground guy before that, so I enjoy obviously the interaction with those guys and the people on Instagram and our vendors. We've got some good vendors, P&W Bushcraft and Bonds Creek, and so I enjoy that. I don't know if enjoy is the right word, but we do a lot of assembly on the Woods Monkey products. So from putting the cords on the monkey boards to putting together the banana peels and Sam and I spent 2 days,
A lot of time
last year
locked in
before
the
the
Kydex room,
blade show,
putting knives together.
putting together several hundred banana peels that were some clicky, and but it's the end of the day, it's kind of cool to put that stuff together and come with a knife that works and looks good. So I don't know if enjoy is the right word, but it is fulfilling, let's say.
Very good, very good. Michael?
I like the idea part, very much like LT, and I like building the plan for the knife. I thoroughly enjoy the building process, all parts of the assembly, and turning a bunch of raw materials into a glued up block of things. And I do enjoy the rough grinding side of things, as I'm getting a better handle on that skill.
Do you see what he did there?
Mm-hmm.
Handle.
Handle.
Gonna,
Skill, yeah.
gonna
And
handle
then
him.
I
rough.
really enjoy selling the finished product to people.
It's a big part.
Oh yeah.
So
Good. Okay, I think we started with you.
Mhm.
Okay, Sammy. This question is from TJ. T-E-E-J. Who just was with us for the last knife class. What steps of making a knife cannot be done after heat treating, but must be done before? Can firework be done after? I think we answered that one
Yes,
already.
we did.
Anything else?
One very important step that has to be done before heat treat is putting the stamp in.
Aha.
and the holes.
And the holes, yes.
In
Filling
the
the
right
holes
place.
properly
Right.
in the right spot
Household.
and the right size. That's important.
The grind.
Yeah.
Well, but you can technically grind it after the fact. It's much easier if you grind it before, yes.
Mhm.
But can you grind it after? Yes.
Okay.
So
I think
so
I hit
definitely
the.
stamping
I think I
and
hit
drilling
the
holes.
major
Yeah.
ones there that
Yeah,
have to
I
be.
think
For
you
sure.
covered that one pretty
But still, I still think removing the majority of the
Yes,
stock
removing the
before.
stock. But there's a lot of people out there that do all the
Yeah,
grinding
they do
afterwards.
Hard, they do grind hard, but no.
Okay, I think that kind of covered that one.
Okay.
You want to do the next one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, next question. There's 3 here. These are from Hammer.
We may not get to all of them, but go ahead.
Okay,
Start
I'm
with the
going to
first
just pick the top one, first one. Best outdoor trip you've ever done and why?
Best outdoor trip.
That's what it says.
Okay. The winter camp out in Maine. I would think just straight up. It was a week long. We took our stuff in on sleds, and we stayed out there by the lake in the wilderness for about a week, if I'm remembering correctly. And it was a good learning process and a good learning how to deal with the cold weather. Basically having to boil water every day and then boil it to get it to unfreeze after you had it clean, just a number of that thing. And just working through that whole class. It was a great class. It was
Cool.
with Ray Ricey, who was a Maine guide that had the opportunity to go up there with some friends, and it was a good outdoor trip for me.
Awesome. Let's see, mine. I think I would have to say the very first trip I took to Canada with my buddy Russ to the big Land Rover birthday party up at Silver Lake, Ontario. I didn't have a Rover yet, and I just met him a few months earlier, and we were working on his truck, and he said, "Hey, we're going to Canada in June for a big Rover rally. Do you want to go?" Of course I want to go. Yes, okay. So I threw a duffel bag of stuff in the back of his 88-inch series truck, which, if you don't know, that has a 2.25 liter gasoline engine and doesn't go a whole lot more than 55 miles an hour.
Would it have an 88-inch wheelbase?
Yes, it would.
Huh.
Very good. And it was right-hand drive. So here's me sitting in the left-hand side of the car. You get this Logan sleeping.
Shocker.
As people would drive by and see the driver sleeping, and then I kind of crack one eye to see him go, what? Yeah. But I met a ton of great folks up in Canada, had a blast at the rally going off-roading, and an especially good memory of a guy I met up there, and we were all kind of friends, and he made quite the entrance, has since passed away. We're all sitting around a campfire, it's dark, drinks have been consumed, and off in the distance you can hear bagpipe music. And these two little squinty, close together headlights, and you can see them bounding across the field, and the music is getting louder, and here comes, and the guy, he drives right up to the campfire, and everyone's yelling, "Mike's here!" And he gets out, and, hey, and I don't know the guy from Adam, but everybody else did. It was quite the entrance. And then we drank even more and stayed up later and told stories and lies and ran river fun. It was a blast.
Awesome.
Tyler?
I'd have to say when we went, me and my parents went out camping out in Ohio Pile. That was a pretty good outdoor camping trip.
Okay.
Yep.
Good deal. Brian?
I really enjoyed the last month, the weekend we spent with Craig and going through the navigation class, and that was my first experience with going through a class with Craig. I missed last year with COVID, and I had a lot of aha moments like going through that class, and everybody thinks like they know how to use a compass or read a map and have a good sense of direction, and I kind of felt that, although I knew there was stuff I didn't know. I knew there was a lot of stuff I didn't know, but there's a lot of stuff I didn't know. So having that 3-day immersive, like, here's how you do it, and I mean, obviously we could have done that for a week or two. I mean, and there would have been a lot more information. We got, like a toe dip in the pool, but it was really, I mean, it was a great 3 days, and of course it's great hanging out and BSing and having a couple of drinks around the fire too. But just like getting that information and being able to use it right there, it was a great time.
Very good. Michael?
I would have to say any of the numerous trips that my wife and I have taken to the Monongahela National Forest. We do a lot of dispersed camping out there, and it's just always fun because we are always exploring out there and finding new places and just discovering the wilds of West Virginia, which is a lot of fun. Driving on a lot of weird backcountry roads and stuff.
Okay. Nick?
For me, it was one of my last backpacking trips as a Boy Scout. It was the John P. Saylor Trail in Gallitzin State Park in Pennsylvania. It's a 6.3 mile loop. Just absolutely picturesque, pristine. Everything was just perfect. It was just a wonderful trip. So between the people, the food, the view, the place, it was just wonderful.
Fantastic.
Mike and I did a loop trail once.
It wasn't
It
a
was
loop.
straight line.
Straight line.
It's supposed to be a
And the
loop.
Uber took us back.
I wish. My
Sam
first...
was so angry.
I was so mad. so mad. And tired. Anywho, my first pouting. Really getting to see what the Pout House was all about. And all the people that came together to just have a fun weekend in the woods.
Good.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Yeah, we had some good trips. We're gonna have to do a part 3 maybe. I don't know how many more questions you still have. But
Let me see.
we can't.
Well,
get
technically he had 2 more. There's one more from Ed Spoonbill, and then we go to page 2.
Oh,
and
jeez.
page 2 is just me saying excellent questions. So there's only a couple left.
Okay. Well, I don't think we have enough
Well, I
time
don't
to
think
catch
we
them.
do.
But what you can do is put it back on the Pout House and say, hey, we have to do one more episode. So if you guys want to throw
Sure,
some
okay.
questions out, we'll try to answer everything
Mhm.
on that. So I hope we did a nice job and everyone gets a chance to check that out. We hope you enjoy the YouTube side of it. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the Night Company at Woods Monkey. We really do appreciate it. Thank you to all the Pout House members for the questions
Mhm.
and all that they do for our company. And we hope to continue bringing you guys knives and podcasts every few weeks or month or so. This was episode 37, so we're pretty excited about that. And you can support us by
our Amazon affiliate link on the Shack section of our website, or you can drop us some money on PayPal.
There it is. Hope you had a good time, guys. Have a great weekend, and we will see you for episode 38 in the future. God bless you, and have a great day.